Welcome to the Cold War series. Let's talk about the space race. So, the space race was a period of intense competition between the United States and the Soviet Union to achieve supremacy in space exploration. The space race had its roots in World War II. During the war, the two countries fought together against Nazi Germany. When the war ended, however, the United States and the Soviet Union found themselves in conflict over political philosophies. This led to an intense rivalry that became known as the Cold War. During the Cold War, the threat of a nuclear war between the countries motivated them to develop space technology. Neither side wanted to appear too warlike. For this reason, they competed in the peaceful use of rockets as well as their military use. During World War II, Germany had developed relatively simple rockets. It used them to bomb the Netherlands and Great Britain. Following the war, the Soviet Union and the United States recruited German scientists to develop their rocket technology. Both sides quickly started trying to outdo each other by building better rockets that could go greater distances. The space race included numerous milestones. The Soviet Union accomplished 3 of the race's earliest and most notable achievements. On October 4, 1957, the Soviet Union launched the first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, into Earth orbit. The U.S. did not launch a satellite until Explorer 1 on January 31, 1958. On November 3, 1957, the Soviet program launched the first living thing to orbit, a dog named Laika. The third Soviet milestone occurred on April 12, 1961. On that day, cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin entered orbit above the spacecraft Vostok 1. In doing so, he became the first human space traveler. After several delays, the United States sent its first astronaut into space on May 5th. Astronaut Alan B. Shepard Jr. flew into space aboard the Project Mercury rocket Freedom 7. Shepard did not complete an Earth orbit, however. The first U.S. astronaut to orbit Earth was John H. Glenner, Jr. on February 20th, 1962. After these early missions, the two powers continued to compete. They launched larger crews for longer flights. They also built larger and more advanced satellites. In addition, they sent probes to the Moon, Mars, Mercury, and Venus. On May 25, 1961, U.S. President John F. Kennedy essentially challenged the Soviet Union to a moon race. Kennedy declared that it was U.S. goal to put astronauts on the moon before the decade was over. For a time, the Soviet Union took up the challenge. The Soviet built the N-1 moon rocket and lunar lander. They practiced docking, which is coupling spacecraft together, and other skills needed to land a person on the moon. But the Soviet effort suffered setbacks, including 4 N-1 launch failures. The moon race ended on July 20th, 1969. On that day, U.S. Apollo 11 astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin reached the lunar surface. The 6 Apollo moon landings remain the only missions to successfully land humans on the moon. After the moon landings, the space race eased. Historians often date its end to the U.S.-Soviet mission known as Apollo-Soyuz Test Project. On July 17, 1975, a U.S. Apollo capsule and the Soviet Soyuz capsule linked together in Earth orbit. The Soviet and American crews performed experiments together in space. Thank you very much.